Well, a very good morning and welcome to North Hobart Oval for the Old Scholars Football Association Reserves Grand Final. It is the OHA Ships taking on the Hutchins Lions. The culmination of a season unfolds in front of our eyes today as we can see the OHA Ships out on the ground, stretching up. There is the coach, Nick Balcom, very much a veteran. My name is Tubes Taylor. I'm joined by my great friend and football enthusiast, Mark Allen. Good morning to you, Snapper.
Good morning, Andrew. Thanks for having me.
It's great to be here. We're up, ready to go. There is the big man, Joshy Rainbird, the captain. He's fired up, ready to go too. Ultimate Resis happening here today, Snap. Speaking of Ultimate Resis, you were one of those once. You've played a lot of senior football as well, of course, but what are you expecting Grand Final day?
Oh, look, I think we're just lucky to be able to be a part of what's a really important day and a really important game for these players. You know, they spend so much of their lives on this, and it's really, really important for them. And it was just great to see the coach, Nick Balcom, carry his kit out, go through in the banner. That's just wonderful. Yes,
OHA, of course, underlined by a couple of great players. The Association Reserves best and fairest was Josh Hobart. He's one to watch, number 27. There's some of the faithful there. Hobden's parents on screen. A little bit of artwork on the upper sleeves as Hutchins now coming out from the George Miller stand. Ended up the season on 4th on the ladder and managed to scrape their way into a grand final, Snapper.
Well, Cinderella story, as I think we were talking about before the broadcast. I think they've come from 4th, you're telling me, and I think that's means that they've got nothing to lose. There's no pressure on them. They're not 11-5 and finishing second, and got the the leading goal kicker in Matty Ford. These guys got nothing to lose.
No, absolutely. A couple of players to watch. Alec Bastick, the captain, he's a star. There's a couple more running through there as well. Eddie Burrows Cheng, number 1. Tom Allwright, drafted to Geelong.
Yes, not sure about the games tally, but certainly being part of a system and having that talent just says enough, doesn't it? Geelong don't employ Muppets.
No, it certainly does, Snap, and I'm glad that these two teams currently have a nice non-clashing jersey that we're going to be watching. I've had it in the past with the Old Scholars a couple of times where the jerseys have clashed. It's been hard to pick the players and pick the numbers, but really excited to watch this tonight. A couple of players again from OHA to watch. Darren Hassett's always really handy. The two Garvey brothers. Garvey has kicked 27 goals for the season. Matt Ford, the leading goal kicker for the reserves in the association, with a huge tally.
Yeah, it looked like Daylight was second, wasn't it? I think about 50 goals between him and the next bloke down. But you tell me he's not the key target. Obviously, the key target is our medical giant.
Yes, the Garvey boys kicking plenty of goals between him. We've got Cal and Will out there. There's Darren Hassett on screen, one of the stalwarts of the OHA Ships. He'll be fired up, ready to go. A real hard man. So
we'll probably need some tips, don't we, Tubes?
Yeah, so who are you tipping, Snapper?
Look, from painful experience, having played them in a few reserves grand finals, I'm going to go with Hutchins. I think they just don't have anything to lose, and I think when you've got that sort of zero pressure, I think you come in hard and they might surprise OHA here.
Let's not forget they won the 2020, 2021, 2023 grand finals too, so they're looking to go for their four-peat, Snapper, in the Resis competition.
That probably undermines my narrative about an underdog, I suppose, but each season's different. I mean, they haven't dominated like last couple of years during the season, I suppose.
Yep. Alex McCowan, one to watch as well from Hutchins, and the coach who's had a sensational run at Hutchins, Al Sayers. as we see some more of these Ships faithful come in. What do you think of the blue and green together, Snapper?
Oh, I do like it. I've coached a few games out at Gilston Bay this year, and I just I like it. I like the colour. It reminds me of an old Fremantle.
Yeah. Nick Cleary, of course, who's the president of the Hutchins Football Club, will be running around today. Also, he is one of the best tap ruckmen in the league, both seniors and reserves. He's played in a lot of grand finals, big panda. So keep an eye on him. Big number 30 for Hutchins as the umpires come in and line up, getting ready for the grand final. Now, some may remember a couple of years ago. In fact, it was last year. They had issues with the national anthem, and Peter G, the on-ground MC, rolled out and sung it himself last year.
Well, not all heroes wear capes.
They certainly don't. They certainly don't, Snapper, as the OHA Ships come in and get ready for their team photograph.
It's a nervous time, this moment. You're not really sure how to feel. You're not really sure whether or not you should be just basking it in and accepting the emotion that it wash over you, or whether you want to take control and start focusing in and really sort of start giving the death stares.
For OHA, they haven't won a grand final in the reserves competition since 2008. So 15 years ago was their last grand final win. As we see them line up for the national anthem. We've got President of the Old Scholars Football Association, Tony Freeman, out there, ready to go.
No Adelaide power stances this year.
No, I like it. So we'll cross down now to... Oh, the captains are going to toss. This is interesting, Snapper. This is very interesting. They're going to toss the coin here.
I like it.
2023. Hutchins call. Alec Bastic has called heads, and heads it is. Kicking to the domain end.
There you go, Peter G doing his finest work down there.
Could you please be upstanding, those that can, for the national anthem?
Well, there we go. We're about to get underway here in the 2023 Old Scholars Football Association Reserves Grand Final at North Hobart Oval. Hutchins won the toss. Their captain, Alec Bastic, won and will kick to the left of screen. That's important for a number of reasons, as there's a pretty stiff breeze heading towards the scoreboard here at North Hobart Oval. So a pretty big advantage. I'd almost call it a 4-goal breeze. As I walked across the oval today before the game, as I like to do before grand finals, it was quite soft underfoot, Snapper, almost like a skating rink, a little bit slippery.
We had a bit of rain overnight, didn't we? And not a lot, but enough probably just to mean that it's going to take a while for them to get used to the conditions. But when a grand final's on, it's not so much the conditions, it's the energy, mixing the energy.
Look at this down here, just seeing Sam Hobden having a little bit of work done on his left shoulder. It was Josh Hobden, his brother, who was reefing on his arm, almost pulling it back into joint. So not sure what happens there. If you look to the forward line for the OHA Ships, the big goal kicker, Matt Ford, isn't a huge unit. He's not a big boy, but he's wiry. He's one of those elusive, quick full forwards.
Yeah, well, look, they're hard to match up on, and particularly in Old Scholars reserves, that's for sure.
as we see Cal Garvey going into the middle for his first ruck contest. Trust me, this is a contest to watch. Cleary versus Garvey. They have battled for over a decade. An interesting one too is Tommy Andrews, who's played with the Hobart Hurricanes, playing on a wing for Hutchins. He'll line up against Josh Pearce, who's got a couple of rude haircuts here right in front of us on the screen. Tom Andrews, known for his off spinners, having a little bit of a go there. And trust me, this ruck contest could determine the game.
Well, all the anxiety, all the waiting is over, and I think, you know, after a few contests, they'll be the team that settles first will be the one that gets control.
The umpire's about to ball the ball up here for the reserves grand final in the Old Scholars Football Association. And we're away. Let's get it started. Garvey and Cleary. The crowd goes mild. Cleary wins it out. Coming through though, the Ships try. Burrows Cheng got it out nicely. Tried to get it away was Wilkins, couldn't. It's scrappy stuff as you expect in reserves grand finals. And we'll see another ball up just forward of centre for Hutchins.
Hutchins were first to the contest 2 or 3 times there, but just couldn't get it out.
Cleary and Garvey to do battle again. Cleary out of the ruck with strength, got it forward wearing a huge pair of shorts, kicked down over the top of all right. Tackle without the footy with Hutchins, and they've been called. It's a free kick going the way of the Lions.
And this is the nervousness, isn't it? When the grand final's over, you want to play your part. You want to make sure your opponent's not getting the pill, but sometimes it can be a bit over earnest.
Bastick, the recipient of the free kick, and what a way to start for Hutchins. The breeze is going across his body here from his left-hand side to his right. But what a way to get started for a captain's goal. In comes Bastick, casual as you like. And it's...
Doesn't like it.
Gee, he didn't celebrate at all. What a way to start a game of footy. With no celebration whatsoever. Bastick just leant back on it, sent it straight through the middle, and no one cared.
Yeah, Bastick didn't like it, but the goal umpire did. So there we are, 6 points, first goal of the captain. Can't ask for more than that, really.
Well, I thought it was going through the points for certain, but the goal umpire, bang, straight down the middle, and Hutchins are off to a flyer.
I tell you what, the ruckman got the first big tap, and then the next clearance. You know, he's got to take a lot of responsibility for that goal. The ruck, number 30.
Yeah, Cleary, that
Cleary,
is.
the president.
The Prez El Presidente. There we go. Garvey again pushes it down through. Nicely picked up by Britain. Couldn't get it away though. Jumped on by a couple of Ships, and we'll see a ball up.
Good to turn the tackle there at the last minute, not give away a free kick.
2 minutes gone in the first term of the reserves grand final. Cleary again, smart to Burrows Cheng, throws it on the boot, sends it inside forward 50. Bastick over the back is all right, all by himself. Clever touch, couldn't quite get it to his man though. Bastick went again, caught with the footy, and the umpire circles and says, give it to me. Ball up 20 metres outside of the goal square for Hutchins.
Well, you know, if we blow the siren, I'll call him best on ground for Cleary. He's dominating out of the middle there. He's the difference.
Ruck contest, just no one went for it. Hargrave gathered the footy, got tackled, and the umpire circles again, and we'll ball it up. Morton and Hargrave do battle. Hargrave tried to get it down, looking for Burrows Cheng, pushed off the footy. Ships get it out, quick kick, smothered by Tommy Andrews. Coming back again, rolling through Burrows Cheng, fend off a man. Was it too high? Caught on the footy.
They're out here.
Ships are out. They come forward again. Rolling forward, nicely done. Quick kick was good from Hobden. Hobden goes and finds his brother in Sam.
Beautiful, well-weighted kick.
Sam Hobden, good player, good butcher. This is a tough pocket to kick goals from. However, as the crowd starts to stream in.
Right goalpost was my suggestion, just shape it left.
In comes Sam Hobden towards goal. He's just leant on it a little too hard. First score for the Ships is at behind.
I'll tell you what, first forward entry results in a mark and a shot on goal. So if they can just get some of that midfield dominance and give a bit more access for their forwards, who knows.
Guga to bring the ball out from full back, sends the ball long. Through, couldn't quite get his hands on it. Burrows Cheng took out one of his own players. Sayers got it forward again, but it's all Ships down here, and the mark is taken at half back. Moving the ball out wide. Might have been Quinn. Found his man on the far side in Triffett. Gives it back to a man in Hobart. Hobart goes short. The Ships look clinical with their ball use here, Snapper, as the ball comes inside forward 50 and going back for the flight. Andrews takes the mark in the long sleeves.
There's also 7 Hutchins players back in a defensive 50 there, so it's great defensive team defence at the moment.
Burrows Cheng had plenty of it. Moved the ball forward. Quick handball. Finds a teammate as they drive the ball forward again. Through with pace. Nicely done. Was Pat Notice. Gathering the ball. Nicely done, Britton. Britton got it away. Got Styles in a tackle. Through comes Pat Notice again. Handballs over the top. Finds his man in Ingram, who goes inside forward 50. And that's as easy as you like for the Ships. Taking the mark. Might have been Raspin. It is. Raspin's kick goes long. Pushed under the foot in nicely done Triffett, but was he infringed upon? Yes. So a free kick goes to the Lions. Long kick in Hope.
1-on-2.
Ships again, just calculated, bouncing ball though. Just heard footsteps there. Right, gives it out now. Scoopy handball over the top looking for Garvey. Garvey can't gather. Nice tackle laid, thrown away. And the umpire's called a free kick. It's going the way of the Ships.
I'll tell you what, they're struggling with Cleary, a kick behind the ball. They're trying to avoid him.
Dinky kick over the top from right. Finds his man in Lee. Lee's kick again to Ford, who's a long way from home.
They're taking the energy and the excitement out of the game, and the rash decision making. They're really clinical, aren't they, OHA?
Nice smother by Sayers, yes. Bouncing again. Balcom got his handball. Marios handballed to an opposition player in Styles. Styles' kick no good. Through now come the Lions. Almost marking the ball was Morton. All right, lays a tackle with Bastic, and we'll see a ball up.
2 contrasting styles at the moment. Hutchins is all pressure and all forward dump kicks, whereas OHA trying to work it from the back line methodically.
Ball up again. It's centre forward for the Lions. Cleary and Garvey do battle. Umpire's pulled a free kick out. It's going to Cleary.
Yeah, had a jumper
too
there.
high.
Fistful of jumper as well. That's the spot.
Hot spot, flying high. There was Hargrave. He goes back to gather the foot. He wheels onto the right boot and kicks a
brilliant.
beauty.
Oh, touched off the boot. The field umpire's called touch off the boot there.
Okay. We might go up to the arc. So Hargrave. Tube's got a little excited for Hargrave there. So you see the replay, yeah. Touched off the boot. Umpire has called touch, so beautiful stuff.
And you can see this methodical play, can't you? Short kicks.
Styles going long. Getting there first will be McMahon. He handballs over the top. Now a chance for Marios. Quick kick forward was good from Ingram. Just eluded his teammate though. Ships jump on the footy. Timmy Dudgeon gets a free kick. Jumper change for Tim Dudgeon. Through came Hobden with pace. The umpire's pulled a free kick. Not sure what that was for. Snapper, did you see that?
No, I didn't see the umpire signal either.
I think it might have been an off-the-ball free kick. So the long one.
Great grab.
Huge grab. Plunked by Hargrave,
Marks
who
like
wheels
those
around.
that matter today.
Gee, it's kicks like those that might cost you a grand final too, though.
Oh, chaos. You don't know the chaos that creates opportunity.
Morton got it out wide. Quick kick forward again by
wow.
Wilkins.
He's kicked
no
it.
way.
Oh.
Wilkins with a beauty.
That's fantastic.
So Tommy Wilkins gets the second one for Hutchins, and they're out to an early lead. There's Sayers, who'd be happy with his charges.
He's picked that up really cleanly.
It was a kick in hope, really, Snap.
Yeah, it's a forward drop punt, I think, where it went over the top, over end, rather than backspin.
Might have actually been Charlie Lane. No, it was definitely Tommy Wilkins.
Some chat there from some of the OHA defenders saying that they touched it, but
what are you going to do? Back in the middle, Garvey up against a few here. And now,
got to get rid of it.
Hobden just got rid of it. Hassett wheels around onto the left boot, sends it long inside 450. Garvey with strength. Too big, too tall.
He planned exactly how he was going to mark that the moment it left the boot. He's tapped it to himself, almost like a ruckman. That was an absolutely fantastic move.
We know that Will Garvey is a veteran of the OHA ships. He's kicked 27 goals for the season. This for another one on the tally. And he comes. Beautiful.
Excellent. Fantastic goal.
First goal of the game for the OHA ships goes to Will Garvey. They did well to just get it away there. Hobden looked like he was going to get caught. Hassett wrong-footed a few people and just popped it right onto the head of big Will Garvey, and he sent it home.
Yeah, and I think obviously it's obvious that you need to be able to kick goals, but if they weren't going to get a goal from that effort, all of a sudden the scoreboard pressure starts to build.
Back in the middle, one down by Hargrave. Hobden burrows in. Out the net, back now for Yotis, who goes forward. Sayers gathers the footy, tried to shrug the tackle. He's caught holding the ball. Nice tackle from Tommy Stiles. He'll get a free kick.
Gone long down the line.
Towards Garvey, punched away nicely. And it's forced across the line for a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's how they want to play today. I think the two forward entries that resulted in shots on goal were from short kick, working the angles, getting it in to one-on-ones or to moving players.
Ball in, right in front of the George Miller stand. It's a 6-point margin. Dudgeon.
So here we go, run off half-back.
Beautifully done. Pearce sent the ball long. Forwards underneath it. Nice fist from behind. Well roved. Hobden wheeling around, and he drives it towards goal. It's actually Brady Quinn. Brady Quinn kicks his first, and it's a tied game here at North Hobart. Beautiful roving from Brady Quinn.
And it was the two styles of game, perfect combination there. You had an overlap run from sort of half-back, even though it was from the centre, creating that loose player. There was a couple of players that didn't get on the ball, and then kick to a contest, front and centre. Bob's your uncle.
Magnificent stuff. Great analysis from Mark Snapper Allen. And we're back in the middle, tied game. Hargrave wins it down. Burrows Cheng roved it beautifully. Nice long kick inside forward 50. Favours the OHA defence, and that's tapped away nicely. Hutchins is screaming for deliberate, but there's no way that's deliberate. Kyle Buck did really well to force the ball across the line.
No way it's paid deliberate. Probably was
Okay,
deliberate.
we'll get stuck on syntax. Cleary won it down. Stiles has been good. Through with pace. Here comes Pat Yotis. Bouncing ball. Who's in trouble here? OHA. Bastick got tackled high, did he?
He did.
Umpire saw it. And Alec Bastick, rather, can go back and have a shot at his second. Gee, the umpire's taking him round on some serious angles here, Snapper.
You don't see that much anymore in the game, in modern game. The ankles.
He's kicked it. Gee, shaves a post almost there, Snapper, but another goal to Hutchins puts them up by 6 points.
If we had an arc, it'd be very, very busy today. I was really impressed with, from the throw-in, the loose Hutchins player. I can't recall the name, but he got
Notice, I think.
Yeah, he got to space, didn't he? No one seemed to want to take responsibility. So if OHA are going to be able to keep the goals to a minimum, they're going to have to take responsibility there around the stoppages in the forward 50.
Yes, absolutely. Hutchins 3-1-19 lead, OHA 2-1-13. 14 minutes gone in the first term. Back in the middle. Rainbird up against the young buck in Hargrave, got it forward. Hobden went backwards, kicked it out nicely to Lee. Lee was smart. And OHA give it back to Lee, but it's chopped off by Burrows Cheng, who decides to just slow it down. Short kick is on, straight down the throat of the goal kick.
Brilliant kick.
In Wilkins. Dickie Wilkins sends the ball long, but it's all OHA here, and it's wrapped up as easy as you like. Kick out wide from Lee. Finds his man. Short one again. This is better, Hobden. At half back. Short one to Hobden. Attacking in Brothers.
If Nick Balcom wanted to play a controlled possession game,
You'd be happy?
he'd be very, very happy.
Garvey takes the ball. Long kick. Play on was the call from the umpire, just on the half volley there. And Marios holds it up with Tommy Wilkins. See a ball up?
They're certainly dominating the kick, mark, the handball play on, all the key stats.
Tell you what, who's playing a reasonable game in the ruck, that's Hargrave. That one's burrowed out the back. High tackle, maybe umpire says no. We'll see a ball up. Play behind.
Yeah, they've gone a +1 here. Might pay off. You might get the pill right about now.
Sayers shrugs past the man, then just
Here he is.
throws the ball up. Cleary comes at the footy, managed to get it down. Bastic couldn't quite. Maybe there was holding the ball to Raspin. And the umpire finally will ball it up.
Seems for the moment Hutchins content to allow OHA to have that +1, but that's how they're getting this dominance off the half-back line. But they're not getting it into the forward 50 as much as they'd like.
All right, we saw McCowan got it forward. Kick was away by Lee. Punched away nicely by the Hutchins defender, but now it's all OHA. Dudgeon goes back inside. That's a clever kick.
Ambitious.
Towards the man, in the goal kicker in Quinn. Tackled nicely was Thomas. Hutchins have the numbers here, but they're in a little bit of panic, perceived pressure coming. Andrews got tackled around the bowl cut, and we'll see a ball up.
It's classic grand final when, you know, one bounce one way, one tap one way, just then would have resulted in a fast break and probably a score for either side. It's so important to get dominance in them, isn't it?
One down again, Burrows Cheng got it away. Lane trying hard, got his kick towards Pataniotis. Long kick down towards Cleary and co. Cleary went back, managed to cause a contest. Cleary got it off to Bastic, who smashes it on the volley into the post.
Cleary's come to play today. He had, even though he's sort of out of position, he backed himself into the contest, got the rove, gave his teammate every opportunity to score. It's a missed opportunity there.
He's done that his whole career. Here's the replay. Have a look at that half volley, smacked. With a full volley, really.
You'll think about that tonight, why he didn't take possession, and just finish off.
Nice mark to Nettlefold. He's got a short one on in Sayers, who takes it in front of Dudge, and Garvey's getting back now. This is smart from Garvey. Down it comes Andrews at the bottom of the pack. Gets past 1-2 as he tripped. Umpire says holding the footy. Nice tackle, Garvey.
He's played his role there. He's been the stalwart in defence for the contest, and then he's laid the tackle. He's played two jobs.
Garvey's kick is good. Finds his man in Morton. Horton sells a bit of candy and goes inboard to Dudgeon.
Corridor footy.
This is good footy. Handball missed the mark. Marios wasn't watching. King through the middle of North Hobart Oval, goes out wide to the pocket. He's got a long lead from Triffett. Triffitt's ignored. Short kick is good. Finds Balcom. Nice long lead from Hobden is ignored again. They've got numbers back though, have Hutchins. Garvey's in the right spot underneath the footy. Just panicked a little bit there, did Hargrave.
High tackle.
Tackle laid high is on Hobden. And it'll test the shoulder out. But Sammy Hobden will go back and have a shot on goal.
Might have been a misjudge there with the wind or the sun, but it was an easy mark to intercept there, but unfortunately just lost it, and contest results in a free kick. Goes without saying, you must take your opportunities in front of goal.
Well, Sam Hobden, been at a few clubs in his career, settled here now though at OHA. And he comes for his first. He's kicked one behind so far already. They need this to
Doesn't
shift.
like it.
No, it's yuck.
It's pushed it right, going for that little bit of extra distance, I think.
6 points the margin. Guga to bring the ball out. Through fingertips. Out the back
in.
Was Morton. Guga got underneath it, pushed the ball away nicely. Clearing handball. Comes out nicely done McMahon, who kicks the ball out. It's all OHA. Triffett dribbles one forward. He's going to get it back here. No. Handball missed the mark. Quick rushed kick. Came from Ingram again, and OHA send it forward once more. Balcom underneath the footy. Got there first over the lane, and a great smother from Balcom.
A couple of times the OHA forwards ran forward even though they hadn't secured possession. So that's interesting. Their sort of attacking mindset is really, really good. So if they can just get that kick over the top, we have Matty Ford by himself there in the goal square.
I'm not sure how Hutchins managed to get 2 rucks in that contest. Lovely pick up by Dudgeon, got it out the back. Now Hobden throws it on the boot. Quick kick forward. Numbers here with OHA. Great tackle by Blue. Johnsy Pearce did well to gather the footy. It was eluding him a little, and we'll see a boundary throw in.
I think both teams are happy with that result.
22 minutes gone in the first term. They can't long left. Out it comes for Garvey. Hobden tried hard. Burrows Cheng also trying difficult. Now Andrews sends the ball into the middle of North Hobart Oval, but it's all OHA. They've 2-on-1. The one does really well, Sayers, and holds it up.
Those little moments when you get those 2-on-1s and bring it back to 50-50 with the ball up. If you chain those efforts together, by the end of the day, might be looking at a W.
Burrows Cheng copped it from Cleary, and is this downfield? Perhaps no. Umpire says it was in the action, so it won't be a free kick downfield, but they'd love to get a mark here. Where's Big Cleary when you need him? Long kick inside forward 50. Should be wrapped up. All right, couldn't gather. Tell you what, this young fella has played very well so far. That is Tommy Stiles, who gets it out.
Great lead.
Nice stuff. Finds Quinn. Hassett now. Can they get them on the rebound? He's got 3 to beat. Hassett doesn't get near it. Easy mark taken by Cal Ingram.
And that's a result of trying to get those out numbers in the midfield to get the overlap run. It just means that you're not going to have as many back. And Hutchins have had many back.
Well, it's working for OHA too. It's a bit of kick to kick. Markings up.
Yep. They're both quite content to have +1s, whether they be ruckman or half back.
Nice work by Josh Hobden. He's going to get it back here. Hobden sends it long, looking for Hassett. Cleary will wrap that up.
Another 1-on-3.
Handball's off. Burrows Cheng through the middle of North Hobart Oval, got bumped as he kicked. Hobden, who's just running the general roll down there, got it out wide, and there goes the siren as Lee's kick finds Triffett. It is OHA 2-2-14 trailing Hutchins 3-2-20 in the Old Scholars Football Association Reserves Grand Final. Will Garvey and Brady Quinn are the goal kickers for the OHA Ships. For the Hutchins Lions, Alec Bastick has 2 and Tom Wilkins has 1. What did you make of that first term, Snap Up?
Well, I can only call it as I see it. I don't know the intentions of the coaches, obviously, and I don't know the game plans going in, but OHA certainly have got a +1 in defence. They're trying to create that overlap and sort of generate their forward momentum from the back half. Hutchins are going on team defence. They, whenever there's a stoppage in the middle or whenever there's a challenge going forward, Hutchins flood back. And a couple of times there I saw 3v1s, I saw 6v3s. Hutchins are all in with the team defence. So I think if OHA can work those angles and not bomb long to players like Cleary, then they're going to be in a good spot to maybe get some scores.
I quite like the way OHA used the ball in the early stages of that quarter. They were really possessing the footy, kicking to hold on to the Sherrin, and they looked good when they used it like that. Their fast breaks looked good too, as we saw from that Quinn goal. We'll take a look at the highlights now, Snapper. Thanks to Murdoch Clark Mortgage Fund. That is the first goal of the game that nobody celebrated at all. Nobody got around at all. It was a very quiet celebration. There's Jack Bastick finally getting a chance to celebrate. Here's the goal for Tommy Wilkins. It was a beauty. Quinn celebrating his goal. A beautiful rove off the pack.
It was, wasn't it?
He was going so fast, those neck tats started as dots, and then they turned into winks.
He's done a lot of hit-up leads on the half-forward line too, so
yeah.
He's the one, if they can look for him, he can then connect perhaps to Matty Ford and those types down forward.
Well, we might take a quick break here. There's not long until the second term gets underway. My name's Tubes Taylor from Triple M Breakfast. I'm with Mark Allen of football fame. We'll be right back with the second term in just a few moments. Stick around. Not long till the second term of the Old Scholars Grand Final. If you saw that on the screen just there, that is a lot of the Hutchins faithful wearing a panda hat. That would be for their beloved president, Big Nick Cleary.
Well, he's doing them proud today. I think he's won most, if not every tap. A couple of intercepts, created a couple of score involvements. Doing the club proud. Is he playing on next year?
Not sure. There he is on screen. That's Panda.
Do you think if his performance so far in this game is any indication he could continue on?
Yes.
We'll probably find out in the mail that he's 27 years old, and we're
No, he's a veteran, that's for sure. He's won best on fields and senior grand finals in the Old Scholars. He's an absolute star. Big tackle laid, nicely done by Prowse. Not rewarded. We'll see a ball up. Garvey wins this one down. In comes Panda almost on cue. Pushed off it there was Britton. Nicely done by the Ships as it goes inside forward 50. Blue flew high. Guga gets tackled by Hassett. Got his kick away. Not really to anyone's advantage from his team. Jonty Pearce copped it high. They called his play on.
And now they brought it back.
Not sure what's happening. The umpire has brought it back to Jonty Pearce, and the man who's...
No, I think he's going to ball it up.
Okay.
It's a very strange one. He paid the mark, then paid advantage, realised it wasn't a good advantage, and now brought it back for a ball up.
Okay. Hassett played on beautifully. This would be a rip.
If you don't mind. Oh. Well, there was pace around the contest there. It's really all you need. If you can get that fast break, pump those legs 2 or 3 steps, opportunities present.
Aaron Hassett with pace. Guga to bring the ball out.
Oh, uncontested mark there. They won't be happy with that.
Bastic directing traffic arrogantly. Pops it over the top. Finds a man a little further on. That's an absolutely horrible kick.
Sometimes it works out.
Well, trouble here. OHA have got numbers everywhere. The Lions have done well.
I don't mind the corridor kick. I really don't. I think it's unexpected and hard to defend, particularly if it pays off. But they've got to get the kicks right. Clear again with an excellent tap.
Been good. Hobden with a lovely tackle. Gets it out now. Burrows Cheng gave it off to Andrews. It bounced over the top of the Hassett, of Bastic rather, and OHA string a few together through Buck. And a nice mark taken here by Andrews. Short kick from Andrews finds Sayers, who wheels around. Oh, he's kicked into Garvey, who's like a twin tower. Through hard. That was great footy. And now Thomas sends the ball inside 50 to Ford for goal number 84.
I tell you what, Sam Hobden and Matty Ford led beautifully then, both in opposite directions. Either one was the option. They've worked together all year quite well, I've no doubt.
So Matt Ford, a delightful kick of the footy. He's kicked truly 84 times so far this season. And that's not his best. Ford gets his first score of the day. It is a behind.
They can keep the forward line open like that, where the leaders can find the space. I think they'll be in a good position come half time.
Guga finds Blue, who plays on quickly. Sends the left foot kick long, looking for Cleary. Garvey did well, strength out the back, and an unnecessary bounce from Tom Andrews. Came over the top, nicely done. Interesting right foot drop there. Coming out to meet it was Hargrave, couldn't gather. Right, goes short and indirectly out of bounds. He's had 2 steps and out of bounds there, Tommy Andrews.
Interesting right foot drop onto the left foot too.
OHA 2-4-16 lead, Hutchins 3-2-20.
Oh, I love this ruck contest.
Garvey won it down. Andrews goes back with a footy, worn heavily by Triffett. Now pace shown from Britton. Britton got it up and Hutchins just rushed the kick forward and it's out of bounds.
Teams are still figuring each other out. Still trying to probably get those matchups right. Making sure they don't overcommit to run forward. So I think there's a few that are hungry for some goals.
Garvey got it in a quick handball. Oh, going back with a flight, that was good, but OHA string a few together. Now a chance here for Quinn. Quinn gave it to Garvey. Garvey's kick got smothered by the Lions, and now a rushed kick goes forward, and nice mark, easy as you like, for the ponytail right. Finding Lee.
Let's push wide here. 1-on-2.
Oh,
clever kick.
That was the old toe poke, nicely done. Netterfold. Sayers tried to find Allwright. Allwright's run himself into trouble, got his handball away though, and there's a hold off the ball. It'll go to Allwright. They should have paid advantage there, but Sayers had nothing to kick to. OHA have done really well. Gee, that's a beautiful lead from Bastic. Well done, Netterfold, getting out of the way.
That's experience there, isn't it? You could see, just looking, saw the gap. It was a beautifully well-weighted kick.
5 3/4 minutes gone in the first term. Bastic will go back and have another shot on goal. He's kicked 2 goals, 1. How's the kick from Allwright in the replay? And Netterfold just got out of the way of a captain when the captain says, my ball.
Yeah, I don't reckon he did it without being told.
In comes Bastic. Just inside, that's not going to make the journey, is it? It stayed in somehow.
Still.
Garvey pushed a man off it. Sayers, desperate stuff, out of bounds in front of the University contingent. We're already here.
Second time at the City end where they've just tried to kick it a little bit further into the breeze and it's pushed right. It was OHA in the first and then Bastic in the second.
Kick came to no one in particular. Was that a throw? According to the umpire, it was. Free kick to the Ships.
Oh, this is wide and ambitious.
Worked out okay to Lee. It's called a play on. Cleary all over it.
Yeah. I think the kick was meant for Balcombe there, just didn't get to him.
And Bastic will get another chance from a very similar spot. Didn't make the journey last time, Snap.
Yeah, I hope he lowers his eyes. There's probably some options if they present. But and that's a beautifully well-weighted kick, isn't it? Silver service.
Bastic gets called a play on. That's absolutely horrible. Out on the full.
Yeah, so it's twice now he's tried to kick the leather off it. He's come around on a little bit of an arc there, and I understand it's 45 metre plus kick. It's not easy, and particularly against the breeze. But he wants to take responsibility. He wants to take ownership. Okay, and that's what the good leaders do. Big barrel.
Love it. Guga couldn't quite trap the footy. No one really wanted it there, and it ends up just staying out the back. Guga went out and got it. Now a chance for Blue. Gets
Great
pushed
body.
off it by Quinn. Quinn with strength gives it off to Hassett. Hassett ran over Guga like a steam train. Through comes the coach Balcombe, but Eddie Burrows Cheng goes for a long kick. That'll be a free kick to Morton.
A little bit of mayo on that. That's okay. It was front-on contact. Can't do it.
That's the University boys there who would be desperate for Hutchins to not win another grand final.
Oh, he's
Big
made him
fly.
earn that. Matty Ford has made him earn that. There's a little bit of a scuffle there.
Quick kick again. Here's a chance. It's gone.
Top of the post.
Hit the post.
It's an arm wrestle.
Interesting football here as that one goes out of bounds.
So we've had a couple of forward 50 entries for Hutchins and they haven't been able to convert. I wonder now that it's down OHA's forward 50 if they'll take this opportunity.
You can just see that the ascension sort of happens for the OHA ships when Cleary gets moved out of the ruck for a rest to full forward. That's nothing against Jordan Hargrave because he's having a real crack in the middle, but the ascendancy sort of starts to happen for the midfielders of OHA.
It's just the use of his body from Cleary. Obviously he's an imposing man, hard to move, but he knows how to use it too.
Ruck contest down. Hobden going hard at the footy. Sayers pushed him off it. Little quick one out. McCowan goes forward again. Bouncing ball should be wrapped up by Buck. It is. His handball looking for his mate in Lee. And it goes out of bounds for another boundary throw. And this time at half forward for Hutchins.
Look, Tommy Allwright there was by himself. He's down there with Nick Cleary. So if they just had won that contest on the half forward flank, it's an easy goal and an easy 2-on-1 in the forward 50. OHA better be watching that. Here we go.
Garvey
Great pick
gives
up.
it off now to Triffett. This is better. Balcom looks up. That's
Perfect
a
kick.
Beautiful kick. Straight to Quinn.
You cannot ask for more than that as a leading forward.
Well, how about it? From half-back to pretty much the forward pocket here, it was clinical ball use.
It was. And he wouldn't go, look straight for him. Obviously we've worked together a lot this year. But when the kick's a metre off the deck, it goes exactly where you lead. What more can you ask?
Kick's okay. I'll tell you what, it's just been punched across the line from behind.
It's good that they were back there. There's a few of those can sneak and really you can regret it at the end of the day when the tally comes up. But they're willing to run.
I think there's an error on the scoreboard here at the moment, Snapper. I think OHA are 2-6-18 to Hutchins 3-2-20. Garvey got his handball forward.
Here we go.
Get an update here. Oh, sail there.
Absolutely.
Guga's just cocked Hobden high.
I don't think he's ducked. I don't think he's dropped his knees. I think that's just a legit high tackle.
Hobden. Let's take a look at the replay. In the box here, Snap. What do you think?
Yeah, look, in trying to do the candy, he probably did lower his body a little bit, but certainly that wasn't the intention. So it's an absolute free kick.
In comes Sam Hobden. He's only kicked the two behinds. This to put his beloved Chips in front. He likes it off the boot. It's straight through the middle. First goal of the second term goes to OHA, and they're in front.
So as I was saying about a minute and a half ago, we had those forward entries for Hutchins. They had those set shot opportunities, which are going to be few and far between in a grand final when the pressure's on. Of course, it's gone down to OHA's end. They've managed to keep it in. They've managed to keep it in after even a couple of behinds. And then when they've had their set shot, they've capitalised on the opportunity.
I've got them at 3 goals, 6-24 to Hutchins, 3-2-21. A slight discrepancy here in the scoreboard at North Hobart. Oh, that was a huge tackle laid by Dudgeon.
There's a lot of room to move there, was there?
Garvey wins it down. Dudgeon attacks the footy first, gets wrapped up in a nice tackle laid by Heron. We'll see a ball up. Forward the ball comes Garvey, can't gather.
Oh, he's got that clearance there, though.
He's done so well. Ingram got a rushed kick. Hobden, so clever, so hard too. Cop one high.
Yeah, it's tough, those ones, because obviously he's down picking the ball up, and you want to be able to put pressure. Ooh.
Little push and shove here.
The mechanical bull. Josh Hobden.
Long kick. Blue will wrap this up. Oh, rubber boobs.
Over the top.
Handball to Quinn. Quinn from the pocket. Bending.
It's coming. Oh, what a fantastic goal. Opportunities being seized on here.
Quinn gets his second. And it's a beauty. Let's take a look at how much this bent snap.
It's a fantastic snap.
No one on the goal line for Hutchins either.
And no one just laying that additional pressure as he kicks. You've got to have, particularly if there's a ball up or a contested possession, every kick for goal must be contested. It cannot be uncontested. You've got to put that pressure on. Inches matter.
OHA just getting the ascendancy here. Wright bends one around. Nicely gathered by Balcom, who sends a quick rush kick, but this is okay. It lands close to Thomas, who kept it in, but then it's forced over for a boundary throw-in.
I'll say momentum is certainly with OHA at the moment. There's a big chance that they can get another couple of goals here, and Hutchins will need to regroup really, really quickly and get control.
4-6-30, OHA lead Hutchins 3-2-20, a 10-point margin here in the early stages of this game. 15 minutes gone in the second term. Great tackle.
Unlucky from Garvey there. He's actually rode the opposition's ruckman.
Free kick to Andrews. Long one, big fly, a couple of OHA in the pack. Through with pace was
Out
Hobden.
the top here.
Now Triffett gets it around and finds
He's looking to move.
a player inside forward 50, punched away nicely.
Second effort.
Sam Hobden's down there. Balcom gathered, tried to shrug past. Is that holding the footy? It is. Great tackle laid by McMahon.
Line ball. He's not remonstrating too much. I think if you raise your arm to perhaps fend off, that's prior opportunity. You can pay those frees.
McMahon's kick.
Oh!
Big fly from Allright, gets pushed by his own teammate. Now Triffett got it out to Hobden. And a big tackle laid again, and umpire will take it in.
Great tackles there. I think Hutchins have raised the stakes a bit here now. They know they must seize control quickly.
Garvey. Nice work by Hargrave. Got a handball to no one in particular. Triffett tried to tackle a player there, and the rush kick was done by Wilkins. Umpire's pulled out a free kick. Which way is it going? It's going Hutchins' way. Bastick hasn't got a lot to kick to, so he just pops it up looking for Cleary and Allright. Cleary arrives. Allright went back with a flight. Andrews couldn't gather. Threw it away. Now they're out here. Pace shown by Raspin.
Need the pace.
Balcom. A little bit of help here for Blue. Blue's panicked a couple of times. He's just thrown it away there, and it's rushed across the line for a boundary throw-in.
I tell you what, Balcom did an amazing job there. He's out of position as the ball's kicked over his head. He's run back. He's made the first contest with a tackle, forced the turnover, and then, of course, once again, he's laid another tackle and forced a throw-in. Great leadership. See if they get an opportunity to score here.
Ball in. Garvey trying to take it out of the ruck. Quick kick forward, rushed by the Lions. Andrews left it behind.
Fantastic.
OHA just working the ball forward, and this will be wrapped up as easy as you like by Charlie Lane. Lane's kick.
There's good movement from Hutchins then.
Allright went up high, hasn't had a lot of the footy. Triffett gave it off to Dudgeon. Dudgeon's kick again marked by Lane. Garvey, that'll be 50.
Probably shouldn't have been a mark. I don't think it was 15 metres, but they're looking to move. Hutchins, when they got possession of the half-back there, they really want to move, and they're off.
Lane got his kick forward, but Morton has done that all day.
Probably just a bit too eager to move a bit too quickly.
Just didn't have the journey's kick there, did he? Lee. Hobden. Blue came hard at it. Pat Notice been quiet. Blue gathered the footy. Nice tackle laid by Wright. Umpire will ball it up. Let's take a look at this 50-metre penalty.
He's braced for contact there. I'm not sure if he stepped into him, but oh well, it's
Pat
paid.
Notice dropped the footy. Be a free kick going the way of
Oh,
OHA.
advantage.
Yeah, played advantage, and Blue wraps it up. Left foot kick is good, except it's not that good because it's out on the full in front of Gowan.
I think OHA, when they have those opportunities, they want to look for the angles, they want to look for the short kicks, not blaze away. That plays into Hutchins' team defence.
Lee goes short, and it was unintended for Prowse, but Prowse jumped on the end of this.
A lot of movement from OHA forwards.
Not many blokes you see with tape on the outside
Here
of
we
their
go.
jumper snapper. Big fly forward. Blue went back courageously. Guga got it off. Hutchins clear the kick momentarily. And that one will be out of bounds for another boundary throw-in.
A little bit of pointing there from OHA, the forwards. Not a lot of presenting. I think once you present, you create gaps even behind you and gives more options. So leads have got to be strong.
What if Hutchins got in that trailer, snapper? What do they bring into the footy in a box trailer?
I couldn't tell you. Props all the bandages.
The tape to hold Tom Allwright together, maybe.
Maybe, yep. The elastoplast to make sure that Nick Cleary can stand up.
Ball up here. Garvey worked underneath it. Big tackle laid on Britton, and we'll see another ball up. Did you ever play? I played against the Garvey brothers. Did you ever play against them way back?
Oh, look, most players played against me, Tubes, so I couldn't really tell you. I played my game, didn't worry too much about the opposition. But if they were kicking around in 2002, then maybe.
All right, got the ball out towards Burrows' Ching. Now Cleary got his hands
Great
free.
hands. Oh, that's
Big tackle laid. The umpire finally will ball it up.
yeah, there's probably a couple of high tackles there too for Hutchins.
Hobden at the bottom of the pack as per. Cleary won it down.
Great tap, great use of the body. Just can't execute after.
Garvey got it forward, and Ford playing in front. Takes the mark. Almost lost the grass cat. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal. Well, his first one from this similar spot, snapper, wasn't great.
Well, it's certainly not his first shot on goal for the year. He's in the mid to high 80s now. And I think that's because he anticipates those hack kicks forward. You've got to play in front as a forward. You've got to be the first to move, and just drop short. You can't defend. And the kicks are hacked.
Comes the leading goal kicker for the Association Reserves for his first. He's given it everything, but hasn't.
Oh, it's out the back.
Has that been touched?
Nope. Oh.
Umpire's called touch. That was not the goal umpire that called touch there. That was the field umpire that called touch.
Okay. It certainly looked like a goal from me live. I'll have to look at it on the telly, but great mark from Cleary there.
Geez, a big unit. He's got enormous hands and enormous shorts on. On kick, straight down the throat
To his opposition.
Big Rainbird. Rainbird to Hobden. Hobden's short kick is good. Finds Dudgeon.
And this is why they want to play. They want to work the angles. If they're forced to kick long, I think that plays into Hutchins.
Dudgeon short. Oh, Sayers with courage got in front of Hobden. Quick kick forward by Goward. Is marked by the opposition, who's put a little bit of blonde tips in their hair as Jai King. A little crown. Hobden of the Sam variety has the footy at half forward now for the Ships. Going back with a flight. Jets off a lot of hands, bobbles around at half forward. And there goes the siren. So they've held on there a little, Hutchins. I thought the pressure came immensely from OHA. OHA lead 4-7-31 to Hutchins 3-2-20. Goal kickers for the Ships, 2 to Brady Quinn. One absolute beauty in that term, and Sam Hobden had one in that term. Will Garvey, the only other goal kicker. For Hutchins, it's still the same. They did not score in that term. They are 3-2-20, trailing by 11 points goal kickers. Bastick has 2 and Tommy Wilkins has 2. It was a 2-goal 5-quarter, that one, Snapper. What did you make of the first half?
Yeah, look, 11 shots to 11 shots on goal to 5 shots on goal. I think tells the story. Certainly OHA had all the momentum in that last quarter. And if they had actually capitalised on a few more opportunities, the game would be almost out of reach.
It certainly would be, Snapper. I think, as you said, they had 7 scoring shots to none in that term, OHA, and maybe haven't made them pay enough. There is a stiff breeze heading to that left of screen end, but it is 11-point margin in favour of the Ships. We'll take a look at the highlights from the second term. That is the goal. This one here is an absolutely beauty from Quinn. Have a look at the bend on it. And didn't he celebrate hard too? Up and about is Brady Quinn. In fact, that wasn't even him celebrating. That was just one of his mates. We'll take a break here at half-time. There's the University faithful already into the tints. A couple of boys there here to support their beloved Rainbows in the senior match that starts at 2:30 this afternoon. Right now, though, it's the Old Scholars Football Association Reserves Grand Final from North Hobart Oval. We'll take a quick break. It's the OHA Ships up by 11 points over the Hutchins Lions. My name's Tubes Taylor. I'm with Mark Allen. We'll be right back in just a moment for the second half. Don't go anywhere. Well, second half about to get underway here in the Old Scholars Reserves Grand Final. OHA lead by 11 points over Hutchins. As suspected, Tubesy had the right score. Mark Allen joins me in the commentary box as we wait for the umpires and escorts to get off the field. Snapper, what are you expecting? Third term in a grand final. They call it the Premiership Quarter, of course, as a cliche. But what are you expecting?
Well, if Hutchins can actually play the way they want to, we might get a contest. They haven't been able to get on top.
Cleary won it down. Through came All Right, who's been moved into the middle. Umpire's call is a ball up. Like I said, I haven't seen many blokes get around with tape on the outside of their jersey, but Reece Prowse has got one.
She's unlucky there in the contest. Both of them had a fistful of jumper. Could have gone either way there.
Garvey ends up with the footy, sending the ball wide. This will be wrapped up as easy as light by McMahon. His kick goes short, looking for Bastick. Tried to get one away. Nice tackle laid by Garth. Flying through like Superman. That might have been Triffett, and he gets held up. It was Triffett. Be a free kick to Lions.
Yeah, he took possession on the knees, but I'm not really sure what happened there.
He's in the prayer position almost. Long kick, Bastick finds a spot, takes the mark. Pops it up high. Who's at home? Andrews flow for the front. That's a huge mark to the young fella with the flash haircut. Jordan Hargrave takes a clunker.
And this is how Hutchins have wanted to play all day. They've wanted to play contested footy, and they've wanted to kick it long down the line.
In the replay, take a look at this. He got a hands free, clunked it. In he comes, kicking towards goal.
He likes it.
Just snuck in. Hargrave gets the first goal of the third term. Goes to Hutchins, and the margin back to 5 points.
Couldn't ask for a better start. A couple of contests in the middle. Contested footy, kicking down the line. Pack mark. Results in the goal.
Let's take a look at the kick. Just snuck it inside that left-hand post. The umpire signals a goal. Margin back to 5. Back in the middle. Cleary and Garvey. Garvey and Cleary. Hobden just got Happy Gilmore. Scooped out the back. Hutchins just working the ball forward. Sayers dove on it. Garvey dove on him. And we'll see a ball up.
We're certainly seeing the game being played in a foam booth. For those young listeners out there, maybe envision a shoebox. It's very tight, contested footy, which is what Hutchins wants.
Cleary to Burrows Cheng, who was held off the ball.
He's convinced the umpire there.
Burrows Cheng will take the free kick. Some calls for 50. All right. Sends the ball long towards goal, and it just sneaks through for a behind.
Distance not an issue at all there, so I can see why they gave him the option to kick it.
Margin back to 4. Hobden to bring the ball out. Clever kick. Oh, floating across, nicely done by the Hutchins forward.
Courage.
Hassett with strength, gathered the ball and sent it backwards. Finds his man in Lee, who just kicked it a little too high for Morton. And we'll see a ball up.
It worked in the first half for OHA, the short kicking, particularly out of the back line, going lateral and then down the line, working the angles. But if Hutchins are bringing the pressure in this quarter, that's not going to work.
Ball in. Cleary down to All Right, elusive. Sends the ball inside forward 50. Who's at home? Big punch was good from behind. Lee gathered the footy out the bottom of the pack, rolling ball out the back. Now through comes Hobden. Sneaks through one and tries to get through 3, and Burrows Cheng takes the mark directly in front. Will kick from about 40 metres.
So I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but if kicking long to a contest, and if you can lock it in and play it in close confines, put pressure on those exit kicks, and if your defence is well set up, you've got a chance for the goal.
We've seen it happen just now. Burrows Cheng on the rush kick out of defence, takes the mark, comes in towards goal. Not going to have the journey or the accuracy, just snuck through from behind.
He seemed to just sort of set that up, didn't he? Didn't really sort of follow through on the kick. He must have backed the breeze.
Hobden from full-back.
I think OHA will be feeling this. They'll be feeling the pressure. Hutchins have come out ready to play in this half.
Long kick. Almost the mark to forward. Blue came through, missed the ball with his foot. Diving on the ball now is Lee, and the umpire will ball it up. That is the direction right here from our camera position across the field to where the breeze is going, Snapper. Cleary wins it down looking for a teammate, but Morton happy to see it across the line.
And that's why we're seeing a lot of footy down that end, aren't we?
We tend to see a lot of it down there in all facets of the game. Regardless of whether there's breeze or not, the ball just seems to get attracted to that Ryde Street pocket. Cleary again wins it down. You just see a replay.
Yeah, look, that's 3-4 stoppages in a row now, which I think plays into Hutchins' hands. And OHA be looking for that fast break. See if they can wrestle the momentum back for this quarter.
Punched away nicely. Sayers sends it to the top of the square. Hargrave flew high. Bouncing ball at the back is picked up and cleared by Raspin. Andrews worked to the front of the pack. Clever tap now. He works onto the left foot. Sends it towards goal. It's a beauty.
Excellent. What a fantastic goal.
Tommy Andrews gets his first. The human bowl cut. Sends it goalwards and puts his beloved Hutchins Lions in front by 3 points. 6 minutes gone in the first term.
And that was that perceived pressure kicking from out of the back line. Obviously creates that contest and that mark. And then we see the run around and the snap goal. Excellent.
How good was that from Tom Andrews? Burrows Cheng loved it. So did Liam Blue.
He's in the game now.
In come Chucky Lane as well. Cleary. Hobden though. So strong. Kicks it out wide looking for Hassett. How does it bounce? It sits okay. Guga came at him. Hassett just went harder at the footy. Ball came out the back. Now a chance here for Pearce. Just needs to gather the footy. Nice Shepherd. Was laid by Dudgeon, but couldn't gather the ball was Pearce.
Really unlucky for Jonty there. Just overrun it a couple of times. Just still probably even nervous, even though we're more than half a game of footy in.
Ball in. Right on half forward for OHA. Cleary won it. Didn't get it anywhere to advantage. Through with pace. Nicely worked by Quinn. Sends the ball goalward. Punch down. Hutchins just need to kill the ball here. Forward in the pocket. Tough stuff
Still
from
Hassett.
him. Got his handball off to Hassett. Hassett bends one against the tide. And it goes through from behind.
I tell you what, it's gone down into the forward line for one occasion and one shot on goal. This is the thing. Hutchins can't afford to let them get opportunities.
Guga. Sending the ball long. Nicely picked up by Wilkins, who sent one forward. Couldn't gather the ball there cleanly, was Garth.
They're running by here.
Wilkins got it forward again. Hard at it was Goward. Out it comes now. Dudgeon got his handball off to the King. And the King got crowned by Burrows Cheng.
Great pressure there. Force the stoppage. Exactly what Hutchins wants.
Burrows Cheng tackled Dudgeon without the footy. It'll be a free kick to the Ships.
Pushed in the back, or didn't have it. Take
Hobden.
Nice kick.
Nice gather by Hassett, who wheels around on the left. Kicks it inside forward 50. Garvey from behind was good. Punched away by the Hutchins defence. Quinn hard at the footy.
Oh, it's hard footy there.
And it's wrapped up. It'll be a ball up at centre half forward for the Ships.
Just noticed the dials turned up a little bit, just a little bit there in terms of the pressure and the hardness of the bodies hitting each other.
Ball up. Cleary wins it down. Out it comes for Hobden. Nice little handball was good from right. His kick up to Sam Hobden. And
it was great movement from Hobden there. Fantastic. He was moving and anticipating as soon as his play out the ball.
In comes Sammy Hobden. Maybe distance to test him here. So he gives himself a little bit of candy. Gets about 35 metres out. Still doesn't have the journey. Punch from behind was good. Cleary gathers the footy. And a clinical kick out.
Great vision.
Does really well. The Lions move the ball through to the centre. King couldn't gather the footy. Pressure arriving. Big tackle laid on Wilkins. We'll see a ball up.
I thought the kick into the corridor was ambitious, but the rest of the teammates from Hutchins were there. They were there for the contest. They were there for the front and square.
They've still got Lee playing behind. A kick behind play here, Snap. Sayers couldn't gather again. Now a chance for McCowan. He wheels around, sends an interesting kick to half forward. Diving on it was Elliot Goward, and the umpire will ball it up right on the paint of 50 at centre half forward.
He's in an interesting spot there, isn't he? Just that kick behind the play, but if it's going to go over his head, I think there's a one-on-one contest on the forward line right here in the square.
One down, all right, tries to get through. Got his handball away. Nice elusive stuff from Nettleford. Nettleford can't gather the footy. Caught high, it was Britton. Umpire said no. It'll be a ball up.
Yeah, he's turned into that, and his legs have come underneath from him, and he's fallen, so he can't really pay that free kick.
It's a 2-point lead, a 3-point lead rather. No, it's not. It's a 2-point lead, Tubes, in favour of OHA. Rush kick from Britton got smothered. Handball came out. Dudgeon was good. Handballed over the top. Trouble here. Dudgeon kept running. Cleary protects an area. Dudgeon though.
Didn't have it. Free kick to Cleary.
Well picked up, Snap. Maybe a 50-metre penalty. No.
When a player is dominating so much, you can be player conscious and give free kicks away.
Yeah, they come now. Hutchins look to attack. All right, couldn't get there.
Was that James McMahon kick? That was a beautiful kick. Just a shame it slipped out of his fingers.
It was. Boundary throwing. Hargrave up against Garvey. Hargrave did well.
He did.
Tackle came clean. McCowan.
Hutchins like this.
Sayers.
They like the
with
phone
pace. Out comes Sayers. Has he got the journey to kick? No, he doesn't. It's a mark.
Hutchins love playing in close there. That's how they're getting all their opportunities. Pack contest after contest, pressure after pressure.
Not sure what's going. Sorry to cut you off there, Snap, but he's walked behind the point post. That should be a point to Hutchins there. That might come into play a little bit later on. He's played on and walked inside the goalposts as if he thought it was a goal, a behind. But the umpire called the mark. Free kick anyway at centre wing going to Hutchins. OHA.
Good movement here.
This time it's Garvey.
Balcom presented really, really well then. He's been ignored.
Garvey tried the torpedo, didn't work out. Oh, spinning through with pace. That's great stuff from Quinn. Is he caught holding the footy? Great tackle, Blue.
I don't begrudge him that. You've got to break through. If it's a 1-on-3, you've got to have a crack. Take on the tacklers.
Liam Blue, who might be a closet red, sends the ball long. Worked under the footy. And that ends up, I think that's okay for Hutchins. They'd be happy with that. OHA had the numbers there. Ball in right in front of the George Miller stand.
Yeah, OHA still need to work those angles. Balcom had a great lead, but it was ignored, and of course it's kicked long to an intercept.
Ball in. Punched away by Hargrave.
He's looking earnest in the ruck there, Hargrave, isn't he? He's certainly all energy and all arms.
Well, he's different to the two ruckmen that are playing there in Garvey and the big Panda, in that he's a little bit more of a elite ruckman. McGowan.
There we go.
Peticionis from 50. That's a horrible kick. Maybe a bit of chaos here, Snapper. Sayers to
Check
send
side.
Hutchins in front. He's done it.
Fantastic. Front and square, beautiful footy. Long to a contest. Everything you need.
Hutchins get another one. Margin out to 8 points. OHA 4-8-32. Trail Hutchins 6-4-40. Sayers, the coach, gets his first. Interesting check side.
And that's the thing, there were 2 Hutchins players there that could have got that move and had that kicking opportunity. So if they're going to play +1 down back, OHA, they're going to also require their mids to push back as well.
Not sure what's going on here. They got the 6-6-6 rule, but they've got an extra on. They've got their extra playing at full back, and OHA haven't got 6-6-6. That should have been paused and caught up. There was an extra man behind play for OHA.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the umpires aren't looking for that. Maybe they're nervous too.
We're all a bit nervous. Snapper, it's grand final day here at North Hobart Oval. Garvey wins it down. Hargrave gathered the footy, then just let it go.
Second, third effort from Hargrave there is fantastic.
Sayers with a bit of work off the ground from Burrows Cheng. Patasionis got it away. Bounced back into his arms. Gave a handball to Ingram. Patasionis goes towards goal. It's punched across the line. Nice work by Raspin. Patasionis gets his first behind. First score of the game, and the margin out to 9.
Bastic was certainly pointing to the right spot there, so if they wanted to have a look and a bit more of a set shot, that was an option.
Kick to the defensive side of the ground. Handball was okay from Ingram. Bastic gave it back to a man in Nettleford.
Check side,
Nettleford,
if you don't mind.
Way. Absolute sensational goal from Ruben Nettleford. Mark Allen called it the check side from the pocket. Sensational stuff from the young star from the Lions.
I tell you what, if that's not going to get you up and about, I don't know what will. What a fantastic goal. He sold the candy, shrugged off the player, executed with brilliance.
Wow, what a goal. What a goal. 7-5-47, Hutchins lead, OHA 4-8-32.
Hargraves again.
Through comes Burrows Cheng, long kick down towards all right, out the back, Bastic. Does it sit for him? It doesn't. OHA doing well to clear the area momentarily.
Pressure kick.
Pressure kick comes to Andrews for his second, goes towards goal, just misses. Have a look at this. Oh, a little candy too.
That's not an easy goal.
That's absolutely amazing.
Fantastic.
Back live now, 16-point margin. Great kick to Dudgeon. Dudgeon's kick is short to Morton. This is when they look good. Lee.
Absolutely. It's just that last kick into the forward line. These ones tend to go down the line and be intercepted.
Great tackle, Garvey.
So I think what OHA want to achieve in those sort of occasions is perhaps look for the inboard kick or look just for another short kick or in a running past handball to break the Hutchins team defence, because there's really nowhere to kick when you're on that half back line and it's stagnant.
Garvey's working hard here. Cleary creates an area. Quick kick forward by the goal kicker in Nettleford. Sayers went hard at the footy, loves this tough stuff.
Chaos.
Andrews just dropped the footy.
Pick up.
Beautiful gather as the kick comes inside forward 50. All right with a couple to beat. Bouncing ball at the back. Ships should clear this one, and that's a horrible rushed kick. And it goes out on the full.
Pressure does amazing things. Even scoreboard pressure, perceived pressure, does amazing things.
So it'll be Brett Garth to take the kick from the pocket here. Wind at his back.
You've watched him play a lot this year, Tubes. What do you think?
Well, given distance won't be a problem, it'll be accuracy, but how the breeze treats this one, he needs to just hang it out to the left post, and he's hung it out too far. It's out on the full.
Never going to work for left footer with the breeze going right to left either, will it?
No. Be Hobden to bring it in. The reserves B&F winner for the competition. His kick, good. Cleary from about 6 deep.
No, played on.
The umpire says no. Ball
Yeah,
up.
look, I think that's a great call from the umpire. I think he probably was the third set of hands to touch it.
Cleary claimed it though, the big panda.
Crowd didn't agree either. There might be a lone wolf in that.
Well, you're right in front of the OHA areas. Out it comes now for Andrews. Hobden did well. Got his handball over the top, trying to find a teammate there and right.
Great kick.
Garvey was good. Found Hassett. Dudgeon in the centre of North Hobart Oval. Instead decides going longer still. Guga did well. Was wrapped up straight away by Thomas. And the umpire says ball up. Peter G behind us, the MC of the day, just going berserk. Might be a little biased, as I think that's his boy running around down there. That's a horrible throw up.
Yeah.
And it's gone out of bounds for a ball in.
I don't think the initial contact was high. I think it sort of slipped up afterwards, so can't blame him. I think the umpiring's been quite good.
Oh, it's been sensational.
Yeah. Other than the 666 and a couple of arcs missed.
A couple of arcs. Nicely done here by Rainbird to trap it in. We'll see another ball up. One this time by Rainbird. Hobden through with pace. Can't get past.
He's ripped it out of his hand. Look at that.
Patasionis, who sends the ball long down towards Garth, who's down there. Got
that's a free kick.
Umpires missed that one, absolutely.
Yeah.
Styles to reassess. Sends the ball out wide. Is this going to be deliberate snap?
No.
Here's a look at the infringement. Perhaps you can't punch a bloke in the face, can you, Snapper?
No, but if his eyes are on the footy, and I can't see, obviously, the other side, and that's the side the umpire had.
Yeah, beautiful call from you. We love our umpires. They always get it right. Boundary throw in. Unless it's the last game in Adelaide where they get it totally wrong. Cleary with strength. Handballs into space. We like this.
Look at this.
That's a horrible
Bounce.
kick from Bastic. Don't tell me it's rolling through for a behind.
Bastic's the one moving, though. That's what you need your forwards to do. Constant movement creates space, creates opportunity.
Hobden to bring the ball back in. Has he had 100 kicks today or what? Oh, he's in trouble here. Massive trouble.
Geez, I thought he got rid of it, but that's okay. Momentum's a beautiful thing.
Bastic with a captain's tackle. Trapped him. And the umpires caught him for holding the footy.
In the interest of a good story, it's a fantastic tackle, isn't it?
Let's take a look at the replay box. He's gone one way. He's tried to fend. I think that's holding the ball, Snap.
No, it's this last little bit. Yeah, I thought he got rid of it at the end, but perhaps the whistle was blown just before that.
In comes Bastic. He loves it.
Sends it through.
Third goal to Alec Bastic.
It's a completely different team to the team we saw in the second quarter. Hutchins have come out playing hard, contested football. They've backed each other up in terms of kicking long to contests and being at the feet of their big men. It helps to have great finishes.
8-7, 55.
Well, not sure where to go from here for OHA.
They've just got to gather the footy, and they know they've got a breeze to get them through the final term. Hobden trying his heart out for his beloved Chips. Marios with a big tackle. Handball came out from Thomas. Dudgeon trying hard. Play on was the call. No one really went at the footy there. Marios left the footy behind. Burrows Cheng with pace. Got his kick long. Garth trying hard. Punched it across.
Fantastic tap.
Pataniotis.
Look at this, three of them.
They can raffle it.
Oh, no.
Bastic, oh, they're in trouble here. Kicked off the ground by Bastic.
Well done.
He's got 4.
They ran in a flying V there. Mighty Ducks. Bingo.
Let's not forget there is a stiff breeze going to this direction.
The replay won't go far back enough, but the half-back line busting from the back really make that opportunity.
Burrows Cheng We'll go back a bit further here for you, Snapper. There it is. This is the raffle.
Yes, it was.
Unnecessary handball from Garth there. Little soccer work from Alec Bastick. And they're out again here. Burrows Cheng sends the ball inside forward 50.
No, play on.
The umpire, I think that's hit the ground. Umpire got a great view of that.
Umpire's been fantastic.
Garth's upset about it. Rolling out the back. Padnotis held the footy.
Yeah, that's a free kick.
Umpire says play on. It's out of bounds.
It's a free kick miss there.
So Andrews getting a little bit involved with Josh Hobden. Sayers comes over. I wouldn't mess with Tom Andrews. He's from South Australia, but I wouldn't mess with Josh Hobden either. He's from the Eastern Shore.
I think it shows the frustration of OHA. You know, they know they're getting overrun down there in defence.
Ball in. Bastick worked his man under the ball nicely. Got a kick to the footy somehow. Out the ball comes. All right, happy to trap it right in front of goal.
Yeah, exactly how Hutchins wanted to play the entire game, but they got it on their terms this quarter, and it's really worked out for them, hasn't it? Look at that scoreline, 61-32. I thought Hargraves earlier in the quarter in the ruck too was fantastic.
Oh, he certainly was. Ball coming out for the Ships. That's a good kick to Garvey. They can jag one here before. Oh, Cleary. He's been sensational, Nick Cleary.
You can see why he wanted to move it quickly. Will Garvey was running with the flight if he had got the kick off.
Cleary and Garvey. Trouble here. Cleary picked it up, got his handball away. Andrews.
That's on the ball.
Through it. It'll be a free kick to Prowse.
He's holding his shoulder there, number 4.
Yeah. Not good for him.
Andrews.
He's a bowler too. That's not good for a bowler.
Not before cricket season.
Prowse sending the ball along. That's out on the full.
Let's just hope it's a stinger. He's staying on.
Yeah, be right.
He kicked that fantastic goal earlier in the quarter, didn't he, too? Running around on the left.
It's been a 6-goal-to-none third term. Guga to take the kick. Sending the ball long. Prowse gathers. Gave it off. Good pressure here from... It's holding the footy. Burrows Cheng to send the ball inside forward 50. A deep entry. Out the back, Garth. Tackled hard by Triffett. We'll see a ball up.
Well, interesting quarter.
It certainly was.
Premiership quarter.
It was a 6-goal quarter to none. OHA 4-8-32. Trail Hutchins 9-7-61. Goal kickers for the Ships. Brady Quinn's got a couple, then singles to Sam Hobden and Will Garvey for the Hutchins Lions. It's 4 to Alex Bastick, then singles to Tom Andrews, Al Sayers, Geordie Hargrave, Ruben Nettleford and Thomas Wilkins. Huge game of footy here, Snapper. What do you make of it? A 29-point margin in favour of the Hutchins Lions.
I'll tell you what, Josh Rainbird has brought in his team. He's really ripping into them and telling them exactly what needs to be done here. He's talked about how they got the breeze probably. He's talked about how the Hutchins played it on their terms, but as soon as they can get control of the ball, play their way, scoring opportunities will come together.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what OHA do in this next term. They've got a breeze, which I would say is at least a 4-goal breeze, at least. Stick around because this game is going to the wire. Oh, we'll have a look at the highlights here of the third term, Snapper. This is the goal to Geordie Hargrave after a nice quality mark. A little bit of tape rolling off the eyelid.
After great efforts in the ruck too.
Yeah, he was great. Tom Andrews kicked a beauty, wheeling around on the left foot. Sent it home.
Just a bit too much space around the contest for someone who's such a smart finisher.
And here was Sayers with a coach's goal. Little check side, rolled it through.
Yeah, that was fantastic, front and centre.
But
Oh, this one.
Ruben Nettleford with the candy. And then the finish was sensational. And didn't he love it too?
Oh, the two guns. I tell you what, if Hutchins win this, they'll be replaying that one all night.
And then right in front, the goal went to Alec Bastic, and then Bastic got his second of the term off the ground. We'll take a break here. The Panda hats are just for Panda, they told me. I went and asked at halftime. They said they're just hats for Panda. So an interesting development at the Hutchins Footy Club, just wearing the Panda hats. It's a 29-point margin in favour of the Lions. We'll take a quick break and be back with the final term of the OHA OHA versus Hutchins Grand Final in the Old Scholars Football Association. Tubes Taylor and Mark Allen with you. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Sorry, Copper.
Well, final term about to get underway here in the Old Scholars Reserves Grand Final between OHA and Hutchins. Let's get it underway. Live from North Hobart Oval, my name's Tubes Taylor with Mark Allen joining me for special comments, and they've put the young fella into the ruck.
It's made a real difference.
Hargraves got it away. And the umpire will ball it up here at centre wing.
I think because OHA would have thought all week they're going to be up against the big fella. So it's really changed it up, hasn't it?
Has done. Garvey got his kick. It was smothered though. Through came Triffett, tackled, and umpires called a throw.
Interesting.
So Andrews will take the free kick at centre half back. Peter G leaving the commentary box to head down to do his official duties in the presentations. Kick came out wide, finds Nettleford, who finds Blue.
They're willing to take their time here, Hutchins. Eat into the clock.
Sending the ball long. Big fly from Hargraves, who almost caught it on his way down. Gary Ablett in 1993.
He's played about 26, 27 minutes of probably the best football of the game. He's doing really, really well.
got a fresh haircut too. Umpire's called it high over the top.
Yeah, initial contact was high.
So it'll be Cal Garvey to take the free kick from half-back. Short kick is on here, finding Prowse. See what I mean? The tape over the top of the jumper. Not sure what that's all about, Snap. Would you know what that, or is it just holding it together, do you reckon?
Not sure, mate, not sure.
That's sensational
the
stuff.
modern game, I don't know.
From Balcom to work his man off the ball. Umpire's going to call holding the footy here. Wow.
Yeah, you've got to make more of an effort. I think he was trying to create the stoppage to give him a chance. Oh, he's clipped him a bit low there.
Long kick will be forced over the line for a ball in.
Tried to take a bit of territory there. I can see why he tried to sit on it, but maybe not make it so obvious next time.
Ball in. Garvey up against Hargraves. Hargraves in the ruck. Big leap. Through came Dudgeon. Left the ball behind. Nicely done by Britton.
Good tackle.
Who's come into the game a little bit in the last couple. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah.
Oh. Blue.
Just
Blue
a nice little how your father.
Yep. And
Here we
now
go,
Andrews in
Andrews.
some space, sending the ball long. Coming out to meet it was Garth. Ran under the footy though. Clearing kick from the ships. We'll find Hobden.
Fantastic kick.
Hobden sending the ball long, looking for Ford. Nice defensive work. Oh, Quinn at the back, sending it goalward. Rolling out under here was Colhoun.
Still in. Oh, that's high.
Umpire says it's out of bounds for a ball in.
Now, a couple of things can happen here. They're going to look for Tommy Ford a lot. Obviously, he's been the one that's won a lot of games for them. But if they go through him too much, it might mean that Hutchins can plan.
Good call from the coach that is Mark Allen. Garvey out of the ruck, spins
Don't
around.
mind.
Couldn't quite get there, punched away and rushed through from behind. First score of the term goes to OHA, margin 28. Guga to take the kick from full back. There's no way he's coming to this side. This is the attacking side of the ground, given where the breeze is coming from. Big fly from Andrews.
Oh, it's busted through.
Britton scooped it back to Blue. Blue's on the right side for a left footer. Just rushed his kick. Dudgeon scoops it up. Nicely done. Finds his man in Thomas. And that is brilliant stuff.
Great desperation.
I think that's Charlie Lane. It is. Might be cramping up a little bit. Someone get him some pickle juice.
A few more minutes in the game to be cramping.
I'm cramping. Boundary throw in. Garvey wins it down. Nicely done. Through with pace comes Hobden. Can he get past a few? No, he can't.
Yeah.
Great tackle laid.
You've got to create opportunities, don't you?
Burrows, Cheng and Britton in a gang tackle. Burrows, Cheng taking the responsibility for the kick. Long one. Big fly. Couple flew out. Nice handball to no one in particular from Wilkins, so it wasn't nice at all. Give it back. Britton went again. Big tackle laid again by Morton, and we'll see a ball up.
You can't fault OHA trying to bust through, but it's great defensive tackle, great defensive pressure from the forwards, from the defenders of Hutchins.
Garvey wins it back through Burrows. Cheng got his handball away. Pataniotis can't quite. Sayers tackled a man without the footy. Nice tackle laid by Morton.
Interesting decision there. I can see why he did go the fend off, which is prior opportunity.
Morton rewarded.
Great
Short
kick.
kick is sensational, finding Lee, who's been the man playing down back by himself for quite a lot of the game.
He has. There's the +1 in defence, so now they've swung him forward. He wants the lead. Oh, absolutely, that's 50 metres. And that's just frustration. I don't think there's anything particularly hard or low or dirty in it, but it is late. He's angry, and I think the 50 metres is there.
He's late and angry. Sounds like. Here it is in the replay. He puts some mayo on it though, Britton, as you see in the replay box there.
As you do.
Andrews.
Great kick.
Bastick came hard. Handball to Hassett. Hassett with a kick and hope. Garvey will gobble this up. No, he doesn't. Cleary doesn't have the footy.
I'm not sure what Will Garvey was doing there. Cleary was nowhere near it.
Short kick. He's coming into the game a bit. Just seen this on the replay. Nettleford's kick goes long. Yeah, it's a free kick for sure. Hassett got his handball back. Rush kick. This will be Burrows Cheng or Nettleford. They could raffle it. Nettleford ends up with the footy.
Still be right.
It's out of bounds.
Oh, really? So he'd still be riding high from that check side earlier.
You'd be up and about, wouldn't you, Snap?
Absolutely. Fantastic goal.
Down in front is all right. Bastic held off the footy nicely. Numbers here with the Lions. Pat Nyotis shrugs past one, gets past two. Has he got time to assess what's in front? He does. There's numbers here everywhere. Andrews gets a cuddle from Sayers and Burrows one through. It's touched.
Oh, quick play on here too, straight up the middle. They're out here on the wing.
Well, they're absolutely out. He's got Dudgeon short if he wants, but has a paddock to run into. Garvey comes and lays a shepherd. Long kick is out on the full, just inside the line.
And that's unlucky too, because they're that open space to look for those short kicks, to look for the marking game that they want to play. Unlucky.
So boundary throw in at half forward for the Ships. Garvey does battle with Cleary. All right. Got his kick away. Andrews strong in the contest. Through hard there. Was nice done by Cutcliffe. King got smothered. Burrows Cheng with a rushed one. Bastic needs to attack the footy here. Garvey has time. Gets it back to Triffett. Triffitt's kick is rushed and as he was kicking was pushed. That was a throw. Now a chance for Burrows Cheng. Wheels around, sends the ball long. Goward.
Here we go.
Nice tackle laid by Tyler Raspin. And we will see a ball up at half forward.
Look, to state the obvious, time is running out for OHA here.
The old Muse song. Ball up.
Great tackle.
Lane. Lee rather. His kick just bounces inside the line, but over for a boundary throw in. If they need a goal quick. Well, 9 minutes in.
I think the short kicking game needs to go out the window now. This is the grand final. You're playing for all the biscuits. It's long and hard. You'd rather go down by a couple more goals than not have a crack.
All right. Got his kick long. Nicely worked by Goward. Got his kick inside towards Bastic, and Bastic's got 5, has he? Just sneaks it in.
Fantastic.
5 goals for the captain, Alec Bastic.
He stood his ground. Look at this. Fantastic. Read the ball, turned, wheeled and go. Got the right bounce too, almost shaped the post. Fantastic effort.
Alec Bastic's got 5 in the grand final. Now we start talking.
The emotions. I think sometimes now the OHA players are starting to think, I don't think we can come back from here. And you've got to ask yourself, are you going to play it out to the very, very end, or are you going to let Hutchins run over the top?
Well, they're 35 points down. 4-9-33 OHA trail Hutchins 10-8-68. All right. Through it. Cleary. Got. Oh, he's down too.
Oh,
Saw. He'll get up. Big punch was good from McMahon, who's been good down back. Andrews caught his man high, and Reece Prowse.
Yeah, look, I know the scoreline is huge, but we did see 5 or 6 goals kicked in that last quarter, didn't we, with the breeze? So it's not beyond them.
No, and the quarters have been going for 25 minutes. Gave it off to Hobart, who sends the ball long as he got the journey. No, forward in the right spot. Blue at the back, and just need to rush it across the line. Well done.
Oh, deliberate.
Deliberate.
Wow. He's kicked it off the ground. It's within the 9 metres. I suppose there's no pressure on you when you kick it off the ground, is it? You're not being tackled. Maybe is that the logic behind the decision?
Well, the decision's been made and the free kick's going to Matt Ford.
Wow, I'm not sure I've seen this.
Lock this in. He's 100% kicking this.
Very close to the man on the mark.
He loves it. It's through. It's his first goal.
I think the crowd's quiet just from disbelief.
The crowd's gone mild.
He's teed off the ground and been called deliberate.
Here's Ford. This is Ford's goal. Easy. He made it look easy, didn't he?
He did. Very close to that.
Back in the middle. 12 minutes gone. The margin, 29 snap.
I mean, I don't have the rule book with me, but the umpire's probably got 100% right here. If you've got to be under pressure.
I think the beauty of our great game is, and it doesn't matter now because the goal's on the board. Dudgeon.
Next contest. Oh, he's blazed away.
Yes, Nettleford gets it back. Hutchins go forward again. Sayers doesn't give up, kept running. Tried to shrug a Garvey tackle. Can't truckle a Garvey tackle. Hobden, clever kick, finds Hassett. There's still life in the ships as they wheel around and send the ball long towards forward. Yes, it's another free kick.
It's a good decision. It was over the neck. That's what happens when you can get the ball in quick and get the ball in fast.
It's Quinn. Here's a look at the soccer off the ground.
Look, as I say, I don't have the rule book, but he's not under pressure.
The
He's
other
forced. If he did that and it bounced over the line from a kick, that would be deliberate. So I suppose it's the same thing.
We might come back to that in a sec as Quinn comes through for his third towards goal, straight through the middle.
Fantastic. All of a sudden,
Here come the ships.
captain, my captain.
Margin back now to 23.
I don't want to say it was the umpire's decision that shifted the momentum.
No.
I'll tell you what, it's sparked up OHA here.
I was going to say the other argument is, Snapper, that there was connection below the knees for the kick off the ground. So as he kicked it off the ground, the OHA opponent collected him below the knees.
Oh, okay.
So
It was definitely paid deliberate.
Cleary wins it out. Burrows Cheng caught one high. Be a free kick going to Burrows Cheng. Hobden came through flat out. Cleary looks sore. Kick inside forward 50. Big fly from Bastic was unnecessary.
Oh, no,
it wasn't Bastic, it was Garth.
He's done his ankle, the OHA player.
Right, we'll get a look at that again if we can a little later. Guga got his handball away. Found Ingram. Ingram's handball was a hopeful one. Nice tackle laid by Guga. Sayers sends one goalward. Bastic in the right spot. He's going to shepherd it across for a boundary throw-in. And I think that might be Angus Morton, who's down behind play, who's been sensational today as he hobbles off.
He's almost taken the mark, and just at the second grab, his left leg is sort of buckled underneath him.
He's coming off for a spell. Boundary throw-in here. Nick Cleary's placed himself right in the centre square for any kick that comes out. Pops out the back. Buck, happy to see it across the line.
I wouldn't be happy to see it across the line too many times. As the clock runs down.
15 minutes gone in the term. It's a 23-point margin. Bastic in the ruck. Nice tackle on Triffett from Andrews, who must be the nicest player in the OHA reserve, in the Old Scholars reserves, just patting everyone on the back as he gets up. Rainbird wins it down to Triffett.
A little bit of pace out the wing, unlucky bounce. Look at this.
McCowan just massages it towards goal and misses.
That would have been the nail in the coffin, I think. Still a little bit of hope for OHA.
It's an even 4-goal margin now, Snap. Long kick from Hobden, straight down the throat of Cleary.
And they've gone to Matty Ford again. As I said earlier, if they're going to go to him, that's fine. He's their match winner. He's their star. But if Hutchins can then just group around him, they'll nullify that every time.
Cleary,
Great
straight down. Pataniotis has been good in patches, drifted out of the game from time to time. Long kick inside forward 50. Bastic held his ground beautifully. Got himself
Great
into
tackle.
trouble. Cutcliffe. Bastic tackled again without the footy. Umpire says play on. Andrews got tripped. Umpire says play on. And that's holding the footy. Free kick going to Brett Garth.
Massive forward surge there, wasn't there? Just momentum, tackle after tackle, pressure. Just made it so hard for OHA to get it. Just a clearing kick, even a dump kick. Couldn't get it done.
They've come out different, Hutchins, in the second half, Snap.
They have. Obviously, some sort of chat has really got into them.
In comes Garth. From the pocket, the veteran. Just misses. Handy point, Snap.
Any point. 4-goal one margin.
10-10-70. Hutchins lead OHA 6-9-45. It's a Cinderella story for Hutchins if they can win. As a big barrel from Hobart gets sent long. Guga worked his man Hassett under the footy. Through comes Panda. Wheels around, sends it forward to Sayers, who ran under the footy. Pataniotis tackles King. King got it back towards Cutcliffe. Sayers still there again. Through comes Pataniotis. Hands free for Heron. Kicked off the ground beautifully by Burrows Chang, and the umpire circles and will ball it up.
Now, I've been in these moments in grand finals when I've been in front at this stage of the game and I've been behind. It's a very, very sort of different mindset. You can get real sort of momentum and get really excited if you think you can hold on to the lead.
Quick kick out from right. They need goals and they need them quick. Quinn's the man perhaps to give them to him. They've just got back beautifully though, Hutchins. Guga has all the time in the world. Kicks it to the attacking side of the ground. Nettleford underneath it. 1-2 grab.
He's run from the centre wing there to get to that.
Oh, Nettleford's been selling candy for free. Bastic. Happy to see it across the line for a
Must
ball.
have thought it was cricket season there, the way the ball bounced. He's got a smile on his face though, number 21.
That's the captain, Jack Bastic. Alec Bastic, his brother Jack will be watching on the sidelines, that's for sure. Regular caller on Triple M Breakfast. Cleary got his kick away, handball away.
Crude tackle.
Yeah, can't tackle a bloke.
Interesting, it's played by the furthest umpire away. The two closer ones didn't say a word.
I like how that can happen though, Snap. I like the way they work together to get the right outcome. Long kick inside forward 50. Out the back was Blue. Hassett on hands and knees gets jumped on by Guga, and we'll see a ball up. Can't be long left, about 5 minutes. They need 5 goals.
Well, the Cinderella story. They've come from fourth, and well, they've got obviously track record with premierships, haven't they?
Well, they've won the last 4, Snap.
Unbelievable.
Burrows Cheng caught hold in the footy.
What a story for the club. Coming in, you know, February pre-season training, whenever it might start, you know, to get yourself up for yet another taste of success. I mean, I'm not sure how many new players they've got in this year.
Handball came to Thomas, who's a beautiful kick at goal, and sends it through from behind.
I tell you what, it's a winning culture. It's a culture that you'd want to be a part of coming in.
Guga, short. Andrews took the half volley. Should know that if the ball hits the ground, that's not a catch, considering his high-level cricket. Andrews just takes himself off to the scoreboard for a quick little spell. It was a great tackle.
He's going to check side. Oh no, left foot.
Triffett across the face of goal. Through from behind.
Sometimes these moments in the grannies are just the footnotes, aren't they?
You're at the footnotes. Let's go to the next thing that we talk about when games are done. Do you think this game is done, Snapper? They need...
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so who wins the best on ground?
Well, at half-time, it's Nick Cleary. I just thought he was fantastic in the ruck there, just dominating.
Yep.
But since then, I'm not sure. I think you can't really go past the captain with the goals.
Bastic with 5.
You've got to have season the opportunities when they come your way.
I'm still Nick Cleary.
It's hard to go past it, isn't it?
Josh Hobden for OHA has had plenty of it and been very good.
Glad I'm not doing the votes.
No, me neither.
I suppose it speaks to the evenness, doesn't it? That you can have 2 or 3 players that are sort of in the mix for the discussion from one team. Oh, he's got a free kick there too, our man.
Cleary, got one in the snout.
Yeah, so obviously he's dominated the taps, but also it's the next phase, the next contest. He's been the one to also provide these, unless this one doesn't come off, but the short kicks have been good too.
Garth gets it off to Blue. Blue sending the ball long, looking for Sayers, who ran under the footy. Patagnotis now with pace. Oh, someone's on him. Great tackle, great chase down tackle from Jonty Pearce. They might have borrowed a bit of elastoplast from the Hutchins trailer snapper. His kick finds Hobden. Hobden plays on quickly.
No other choice, really.
Got to go. Balcom. Cleary sits himself underneath this one. Bouncing ball out the back. Rolls through for 8 behind.
He knows the role he needs to play in these last few minutes, doesn't he? Well, who do you think?
I think Cleary or Bastic. Bastic with 5 goals in a grand final as a captain, a leader. I think you're absolutely right, Snapper. Cleary, though, around the ground, has dominated. Let's not forget he's up against 2 of the Premier Reserve ruckmen in Garvey and Rainbird. Blue looks up. He's got Sayers.
I thought Sayers has been good too late, just across that half-forward line.
Marios panicked a little bit, got it on the boot. Long kick towards Garth.
Not sure about that. I thought the umpire was probably out of position there. Not sure if that was high, but
well, it is what it is.
Doesn't help. Doesn't hurt to take the sting out of the game, does it?
No. So Garth will go back and have a shot at his first goal. The veteran.
And look for the celebration when this happens.
Mainly from the peanut gallery that is all those in the panda hats on the boundary line.
Do we know the story behind the panda yet?
They just are wearing it for Nick Cleary.
Oh, there you go.
In comes Garth, gets called to play on, sends it towards goal.
Still in.
Sayers with strength on the line.
And I said it before about Sayers being good across half forward. He's popped up a fair bit.
Yes, and
there it is.
They've won it. He won't care. It'll be a Hutchins victory.
Nick Cleary's run on the ground here. I'm not sure he can.
And he's kicked the goal too to put the icing on the cake. Hutchins win by 28 points, 11-10-76. They defeat OHA 6-12-48. Goal kickers for the Ships, 3 to Brady Quinn, then singles to Sam Hobden, Will Garvey and Matt Ford. And for the Hutchins Lions, it's 5 to Alex Bastic, 2 to Al Sayers, and singles to Tom Andrews, Jordan Hargraves, Ruben Nettlefoot with the goal of the game, and Thomas Wilkins. That is their 4th flag in a row for the Hutchins Lions. We're going to head down to the boundary snapper to try and get some interviews with some of the players, whilst you run through the better players for the game.
Look, I thought it was a really even performance from Hutchins. Certainly, as we've already mentioned, the captain with 5 goals, you really can't go past. Nick Cleary certainly early, just winning all those taps, putting the body on, even when it didn't go to advantage to a player, and then sort of creating pressure to make sure that any kick from OHA forward was always contested, and it meant that they couldn't get those easy kicks. I think. And we're going to have a look at some highlights here. That was an excellent kick from Bastic. I think that's probably number 5 there, which is a bag in anyone's language. We had 2 goals in a row here from OHA, and we just thought maybe they had a sniff, but time just seemed to run out. And of course, that's the last one from Sayers, who bobbed up and about a couple of times on the half-forward line throughout most of the game, actually. So I think when you're talking about 4 flags in a row, you're talking about a very, very successful club to be a part of. And you know, when it comes to the big games, they know what needs to be done. And I think once they were in the finals, although of course we described it as a Cinderella sort of story coming from 4th, certainly I think we've got Choose Taylor down on the ground now with Nick Cleary.
I've got Nick Cleary right here, the president of the Hutchins Footy Club. 4 in a row for you, Nick, at the club. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. This is probably the hardest one we've had out of the 4 as well, where we've come from. You know, who knows where we're going to start, who knows where we're going to end the start of the year. So yeah, it means a lot. Absolutely.
A big battle in the ruck with the Garveys and of course Rainbird. How did you go with your game personally, mate?
They're no short of size, the OHA boys, but I think we did okay. Had Geordie supporting me, so yeah, it was all right. Happy with.
And the captain Bastic down forward, kicking 5 goals. You must be really happy with that.
Unbelievable. 4-time reserve captain, premiership player. Unbelievable effort. We love him.
Yeah, sensational. Go and celebrate there, Panda. All the people wearing the big Panda hat as well. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it feels good. Feels really good.
Yeah, he's got one ready to go too. As we'll now go to the presentations for the medals. I might just quickly grab Alistair Sayers here. Well, how does that feel, Al? You're 4-time premiership coach.
Look, pretty special. You know, we looked like we were in trouble there for a while in the first half, but we fought back well, and you know, it's pretty special and remarkable group.
Big Panda in the middle was sensational.
He was great today. I mean, we had a number of contributors all over the ground today, but you know, there was yeah, when it was on the line, the big boys in the middle got it done for us.
And Alec Bastic down front, kicking 5 goals as a captain. That's sensational.
Yeah, look, he just played the way he always does, leads from the front, and you know, that's his reward for his effort. So
back-to-back premiership coach, Alistair Sayers. Well done, mate.
Thanks very much, Tubes. Cheers, up the lines.
Well, there we go. The premiership coach, 5 goals for Alec Bastic. Big Panda as well. Who knows what's going to happen? We'll cross to Peter G for the award winners.
This is the winner of the Bill Trethuri medal. Come forward, Julius Pateniotis. We talked earlier, Alistair, about the players that did their bit, but he did it for 4 quarters, I thought.
Yeah, pretty special player. He's only 18, so plenty of good years left in him.
And he's got a bit of toe, hasn't he?
Fair bit of pace about him. Reminds me of myself back in the day, I think. So.
Okay, all right. We'll let you get away with that, but only for today. Tony Freeman, ladies and gentlemen, the president of the LSFA, and he can take care of things from here on in.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Peter. I'd just like, first of all, to congratulate both sides on the spectacle they put on today. And I'd especially like to put our hands together for the umpires. A pretty seamless effort. And so I'd like to congratulate them as well. To OHA, a great effort, a great finals campaign. Didn't quite get there today. But let's put our hands together to congratulate OHA on their season. And now I'll just hand over to Alistair in a minute. Congratulations to Hutchins. Fourth time in a row. A great effort. And I'm going to get Alistair to call you up individually to receive your premiership medals.
Firstly, I'd just like to thank OHA. Great game today. I thought, you know, it was played in the right spirit, and it was a hard contest all day. So well done to you boys. So we'll start with our lads. Go Chaz Colhoun. Brett Garth. Charlie Britton. Brito, Charlie Britton. Geordie Hargraves. Geordie. No, Cal Ingram. Ruben Netterfold. Emmanuel Marios. Julius Patinotis. Charlie Lane. Tommy Wilkins. Geordie Hargrave. Elliot Goward. James McMahon. Egg. James Heron. Tom Allright. Tommy Allright. Allright. Alex McCowan. Liam Blue. Tommy Andrews. Tommy Andrews. Eddie Burrows Cheng. Nick Cleary, Panda. Our vice captain, Jordan Guga. And our captain, Alec Bastick.
Right, it now gives me great pleasure to present the Premiership Cup to the Hutchins Football Club. It's coming. Who would you like to come up? Get everyone up here. Nick.
Well, there we go. The 2023 premiers for the Old Scholars Football Association. The reserves are the Hutchins Lions, running out victors 11-10-76 to OHA 6-12-48. A sensational game of footy. But the better team on the day one. It was set up on their third quarter, 6 goals to none. And then they managed to kick 2 against the breeze to run out victors by 28 points. My name's Tubes Taylor. I'd like to thank Robbie and Adam on the camera, of course, Fiona and Andrew in our technical direction areas, and Mark Allen, the co-commentator I've had for the Reserves Grand Final. Coming up next at 2 o'clock, we've got the Seniors Grand Final happening between the St Virgil Saints and the University Rainbows. Don't go anywhere. That game coming up shortly. Until next time, my name's Tubes Taylor. I will see you at the footy. Bye for now.